Good morning, good people. Let me tell you something. Your words have power. What you say to yourself every day shapes your mindset, your energy, and your future. You see, life is not just about what happens to you. It's about how you respond to it. And the first step to responding right is by speaking life into yourself. Your words shape your reality in ways you might not even realize. Every time you speak, you are creating an atmosphere around you, influencing your thoughts, actions, and even the way others perceive you. If you constantly tell yourself that you're not good enough, that you'll never succeed, or that life is unfair, guess what? Your mind starts to believe it. And when your mind believes it, your actions follow suit. You hesitate, you hold back, and you don't give your best effort because deep down, you already convinced yourself that it won't work out. On the other hand, when you wake up every morning and tell yourself, I am capable, I am ready for success, I have what it takes, something powerful happens. Your brain starts looking for ways to make those words a reality. You begin to see opportunities instead of obstacles. You walk with confidence because you've already affirmed that you belong in the spaces where success happens. Think about this. When athletes train for a big competition, they don't just work on their physical strength. They also train their minds. They visualize their victory. They repeat affirmations, and they program themselves to believe that winning is possible. That's because they understand that what they say to themselves impacts how they perform. If a champion does this, why shouldn't you? Your words are like seed. When you plant seeds of doubt, insecurity, and fear, you grow a life filled with hesitation and missed chances. But when you plant seeds of confidence, gratitude, and determination, you cultivate a life of success, growth, and endless possibilities. It's not magic, it's mindset. The way you speak to yourself determines how you carry yourself, how you react to challenges, and how far you go in life. Look at people who have turned their lives around despite the odds. They didn't get there by constantly doubting themselves. They got there because they spoke victory over their lives. Even when circumstances said otherwise, they refused to let negative words control their destiny. And that's exactly what you need to do. So from this day forward, be mindful of what you tell yourself. Speak positivity, speak confidence, speak success. Because when you do, you're not just saying words, you're setting the course for your future. Believing in your worth is the foundation of everything you want to achieve in life. If you don't see yourself as valuable, if you don't recognize the greatness inside of you, then no amount of talent, skill, or opportunity will ever be enough to push you forward. Everything starts with how you see yourself. You could have all the potential in the world, but if you don't believe in it, you'll never use it to its fullest. It's not about arrogance or thinking you're better than anyone else. It's about knowing that you are just as deserving of success, happiness, and fulfillment as anyone else. Too many people go through life waiting for someone else to validate them. They wait for a boss to notice their hard work, for a friend to reassure them, for a partner to make them feel important. But the truth is, if you don't validate yourself first, no one else's approval will ever be enough. You'll always be chasing it, always second-guessing yourself, always feeling like you need to prove something. The moment you start believing in your worth, you stop seeking permission to be great. You walk into rooms like you belong there. You take on challenges because you know you can handle them. You stop settling for less than you deserve because you understand your value. Think about a diamond. If someone doesn't recognize its worth, they might treat it like a simple rock, but that doesn't change what it is. It's still rare, still valuable, still one of the strongest materials on earth. The same goes for you. Just because someone doesn't see your worth doesn't mean it's not there. You have to be the one to recognize it first. Because when you do, you won't allow yourself to be treated like anything less than what you are. Life has a way of testing your self-worth. There will be moments when you face rejection, failure, and setbacks. If you don't believe in yourself, you'll take those moments as proof that you're not good enough. But if you truly understand your worth, you'll see those moments for what they are. Temporary obstacles, not final judgments. You'll push through because you know you're meant for more. When you believe in your worth, you stop comparing yourself to others. You stop measuring your value based on someone else's opinion. You stop doubting whether you're good enough for your dreams. You start realizing that you were born with everything you need to succeed, and the only thing left to do is act on it. Because the world can only value you as much as you value yourself. Strength isn't something you're just born with, it's something that is built over time. Through every hardship, every setback, and every moment when you thought you couldn't go on but did anyway. Resilience is the foundation of true strength. It's not about never falling, it's about getting back up every single time. Life is going to test you. It's going to throw unexpected challenges your way, and sometimes it will feel like everything is working against you. But resilience is what allows you to stand firm, to push through, and to come out stronger on the other side. Think about the toughest people you know. They didn't become strong because everything in life was easy for them. They became strong because they faced difficulties head on and refused to let those difficulties define them. They learned how to keep moving forward even when it hurt. They understood that pain is temporary, but the strength gained from overcoming it lasts forever. Every struggle you go through is a lesson, a test, a stepping stone to becoming the person you meant to be. Imagine a tree standing in the middle of a storm. The winds try to break it, the rain beats down on it, and sometimes it bends under pressure. But it doesn't fall because its roots are deep. That's what resilience does for you. It anchors you. It gives you the inner strength to withstand life's storm. You might bend, but you won't break. And with each challenge, your roots grow deeper, your foundation gets stronger, and you become even more unshakable. Some people think that strength means never feeling pain, never showing emotion, or pretending like everything is fine. But real strength is knowing that it's okay to struggle, okay to feel overwhelmed, and okay to have moments of doubt, as long as you don't let those moments define you. Resilience isn't about pretending to be strong. It's about knowing that even in your weakest moments, you still have the power to rise. Every setback you've ever faced has given you something valuable: wisdom, patience, perspective, or a lesson you didn't even realize you needed. The challenges you thought would break you have actually built you. They've shown you what you're capable of, and they've prepared you for the future. The strongest people aren't the ones who have never fallen. They're the ones who refuse to stay down. So when life knocks you down, when you feel like giving up, when the weight of your struggles seems unbearable, remind yourself that resilience is your greatest weapon. You've been through tough times before, and you've come out stronger every single time. This time is no different. You are capable, you are powerful, and no matter what comes your way, you have the resilience to rise again. Gratitude is one of the most powerful forces in life, yet so many people overlook it. It has the ability to shift your mindset, transform your circumstances, and open the door to more blessings than you can imagine. The way you see your life determines the way you live it. If you constantly focus on what you lack, what's going wrong, or what you don't have, you will always feel like you're struggling. But the moment you start appreciating what you do have, everything changes. Gratitude shifts your perspective from scarcity to abundance. It reminds you that even in difficult times, there is still something to be thankful for. Imagine two people facing the exact same situation. One complains about what's missing, while the other chooses to see the good in it. The one who complains stays stuck feeling frustrated and defeated, but the one who focuses on gratitude starts seeing opportunities, starts feeling lighter, and starts attracting more reasons to be grateful. This is not just about positive thinking. It's about understanding that what you focus on expands. If you focus on lack, you'll see more lack. But if you focus on blessings, you'll attract more blessing. Think about it this way. When you give someone a gift, and they barely acknowledge it or complain that it wasn't enough, do you feel excited to give them more? Probably not. But when someone appreciates what you give them, when they show gratitude and joy, you naturally want to do more for them. Life works the same way. When you show gratitude for what you have, the universe, God, or whatever you believe in, responds by giving you more. Gratitude is a magnet for abundance. It's easy to be grateful when everything is going well, but the real test is finding gratitude even in the tough moments. Maybe you didn't get the job you wanted, but what if it's because something better is on the way? Maybe a relationship ended, but what if it was making space for the right person to enter your life? Maybe you're struggling right now, but what if this struggle is shaping you into the person who can handle greater blessings in the future? When you train yourself to see the good even in the challenges, you become unstoppable. Some of the most successful people in the world didn't start with much, but they had gratitude. They were thankful for the small wins, the little opportunities, the lessons along the way. And because they focused on gratitude, they kept moving forward, kept growing, and eventually reached heights they never thought possible. Gratitude isn't about ignoring your problems or pretending life is perfect. It's about choosing to focus on what's right instead of what's wrong. It's about recognizing that even on your worst day, there's something to be thankful for. Start your day with gratitude. Before you even get out of bed, think of 3 things you're grateful for. It could be as simple as having a roof over your head, food on your table, or the ability to try again today. The more you do this, the more you train your mind to see the blessings that are already in your life. And when you recognize your blessings, you invite even more of them in. Gratitude is not just a feeling, it's a way of living. And when you live with gratitude, life gives you even more reasons to be thankful. Fear is one of the biggest roadblocks standing between people and their dreams, yet in most cases, it's not even real. It's an illusion, a trick that the mind plays to keep you in your comfort zone. Fear is nothing more than a story we tell ourselves about what could go wrong, what might happen if we fail, what people might think, or how we might get hurt. But the truth is, fear is not based on reality. It's based on assumptions, on the unknown, on worst-case scenarios that may never happen. And yet so many people let fear control their lives, stopping them from taking risks, pursuing opportunities, or even believing in themselves. Think about all the times fear has held you back. Maybe you wanted to start a new business, but fear whispered, "What if you fail?" Maybe you wanted to speak up in a meeting, but fear said, "What if they think you're not smart enough?" Maybe you wanted to step into a new relationship, but fear told you, "What if you get hurt again?" Every single time, fear created a scenario that didn't even exist yet. It made you imagine failure before you even tried. And the worst part, fear never warns you about what could go right. It never says, "What if you succeed?" or "What if this changes your life for the better?" It only focuses on the negative, feeding self-doubt and hesitation. The crazy thing about fear is that it grows when you feed it. The more you avoid something because of fear, the bigger and stronger that fear becomes. But the moment you face it, it starts to shrink. Have you ever been scared to do something only to finally go through with it and realize it wasn't nearly as bad as you thought? That's because fear lives in the mind, not in reality. The only way to defeat fear is by taking action despite it. Imagine a dark room. If you've never been inside, your mind starts making up all kinds of scary images about what might be in there. But the second you turn on the light, you see the truth. There was nothing to be afraid of. That's exactly how fear works. When you step into the unknown, when you take the risk, when you do the thing you were scared of, you shine a light on fear and realize it was never as powerful as it seemed. Successful people aren't fearless. They feel fear just like everyone else, but they refuse to let it control them. They understand that fear is just a test, a barrier meant to be broken through. They don't wait until the fear disappears. They act despite it. And once they push through, they realize they were capable all along. Think about a time in your life when you were afraid to do something, but did it anyway. Maybe it was speaking in public, applying for a job, or making a difficult decision. Looking back, you probably wonder why you were so scared in the first place. That's because once you face your fears, they lose their power over you. The things that once seemed impossible become part of your story. Proof that you are stronger than you thought. Fear will always be there, whispering doubts, creating hesitation, and making excuses. But it's up to you whether you listen to it or push past it. The life you want, the success you dream of, the happiness you deserve, it's all on the other side of fear. And the moment you stop believing in fear, the moment you stop giving it power, is the moment you become unstoppable. Growth doesn't happen overnight. It's not something that you wake up with suddenly, nor is it something that happens in one giant leap. Real growth is a daily process, a slow and steady transformation that comes from small actions, consistent effort, and a willingness to keep learning. Too often, people expect instant results. They want success immediately. They want to master a skill in a week. They want to transform their lives in a month. But the truth is, the most successful, the most fulfilled, the strongest individuals didn't get there in a day. They got there because they committed to growth every single day, no matter how small the progress seemed. Think about a tree. It doesn't sprout up to its full height overnight. It takes time, seasons of change, periods of struggle. Some days it grows a little, other days it simply stands strong against the wind. But over time, with steady nourishment and persistence, it reaches its full potential. Your growth works the same way. Every experience, every lesson, every challenge is adding something to your foundation, even if you can't see it yet. The key to growth is consistency. It's easy to be motivated for a day or a week, but true progress happens when you show up for yourself every single day. It's in the little choices. Choosing to learn something new instead of staying in your comfort zone, choosing discipline over excuses, choosing to improve even when no one is watching. These small daily choices might not seem like much in the moment, but over time they add up to massive transformation. Growth is also about patience. There will be days when it feels like nothing is happening, like you're stuck in the same place, like all your effort is going to waste. But just because you can't see immediate results doesn't mean progress isn't being made. Think about water dripping on a rock. One drop won't change anything. But after years of consistent dripping, that rock starts to wear down, reshaped by something as simple as water. That's how daily effort works. Even when you don't see it, growth is happening beneath the surface. Another important part of growth is embracing failure. People often think failure is a sign to stop, that it means they're not good enough or that they should give up. But failure is one of the greatest teachers you will ever have. Every mistake you make is a lesson. Every setback is an opportunity to learn, and every disappointment is shaping you into a stronger, wiser person. The most successful people in the world didn't get there because they never failed. They got there because they never stopped growing from their failures. Growth is also about mindset. If you believe that you've already learned everything you need to know, you stop growing. But if you approach life with curiosity, if you wake up every day with the mindset that there is always something to improve, something to learn, something to experience, then growth becomes a lifelong journey. The moment you stop growing is the moment you start declining. Life is always moving forward, and the only way to truly keep up is to keep evolving with it. Think about a sculptor working on a masterpiece. They don't finish in one day. They chip away, little by little, refining the details, smoothing the rough edges, constantly improving. That's exactly how you shape your life. Every day, you're refining yourself, learning new skills, building better habits, developing a stronger mindset. You might not be able to see the masterpiece yet, but as long as you keep working on it, one day you will. So no matter where you are in life, no matter how slow the progress feels, trust the process. Keep growing, keep learning, keep pushing forward, and over time, you'll become the person you were meant to be. Expectation is a powerful force. It has the ability to shape your reality, influence your mindset, and open doors that you never thought possible. When you expect great things to happen, you start seeing opportunities where others see obstacles. Your mind becomes trained to look for solutions instead of excuses. Expectation isn't just wishful thinking. It's a mindset that attracts possibilities into your life. Think about how expectation works in daily life. When you walk into a situation expecting failure, your mind naturally looks for reasons to confirm that belief. You hesitate, you doubt yourself, and you don't put in your best effort because you've already convinced yourself that things won't go your way. But when you step into the same situation expecting success, you approach it differently. You carry yourself with confidence, you stay open to opportunities, and you push past challenges because you believe there is something good waiting on the other side. Expectation creates a shift in perspective. Two people can be in the same situation, but the one who expects positive outcomes will always find more doors opening for them. Why? Because they are looking for them. Opportunities are often hidden in plain sight, but they are only visible to those who are actively searching. If you expect nothing good to come your way, you won't even notice the chances that present themselves. But if you expect growth, success, and abundance, you will recognize those opportunities and take action. Look at how successful people operate. They don't sit around hoping for something good to happen. They expect it, and because they expect it, they prepare for it. They position themselves for the opportunities they believe are coming. They invest in themselves. They take risks. They put in the effort because they know that when preparation meets opportunity, success follows. Expectation fuels action. It pushes you to show up every day, to keep learning, to keep improving, because you know that sooner or later, the right opportunity will come. Expectation also affects how others perceive you. When you walk into a room expecting to add value, people notice. When you expect to be respected, others treat you accordingly. When you expect success, people start to believe in you. Confidence is contagious. And when you carry yourself with the expectation that great things are ahead, you inspire others to believe it too. But expectation alone isn't enough. You can't just expect success without putting in the work. Expectation creates opportunities, but action brings them to life. When you expect something good, you must back it up with effort, persistence, and preparation. If you expect to get a great job, you have to develop the skills and apply for the positions. If you expect to grow your business, you have to put in the work and take the necessary steps. Expectation sets the stage, but action makes the performance happen. Even in difficult times, expectation can be the difference between giving up and pushing through. Challenges are a part of life, but when you expect that there's something greater ahead, you keep moving forward. You don't let setbacks define you because you know they are temporary. You see failures as lessons, roadblocks as redirections, and difficulties as stepping stones. Expectation allows you to see beyond your current circumstances and believe in something bigger. Every great achievement starts with the expectation that it's possible. The people who changed the world, built empires, and achieved the impossible all begin with a mindset of expectation. They don't wait for permission. They don't doubt whether they deserve success. They expect it. And because they expect it, they create it. Expectation is not just about waiting for opportunities. It's about believing in them so strongly that you make them happen. The words you speak to yourself every day have power. They shape the way you think, the way you feel, and ultimately the way you live your life. Too many people go through their days filling their minds with negative self-talk, doubting their abilities and focusing on their flaws instead of their strengths. But what if you flipped the script? What if instead of tearing yourself down, you started building yourself up? What if instead of speaking defeat, you spoke victory? Speaking life into yourself daily means choosing to affirm your worth, your strength, and your potential, no matter what circumstances you're facing. It means replacing self-doubt with confidence, fear with faith, and discouragement with determination. The words you say to yourself become the beliefs that drive your actions. If you constantly tell yourself that you're not good enough, that you'll never succeed, or that things will never change, you start to live as if those words are true. But when you begin to speak words of power, of purpose, and of possibility, your mindset shifts. You start walking with confidence, making bold decisions, and taking actions that align with success. Imagine planting a seed. If you nourish it with water and sunlight, it will grow strong. But if you neglect it, if you let weeds overtake it, if you never give it what it needs, it will wither. Your mind works the same way. Every time you speak something positive into your life, you are watering that seed. You are reinforcing the belief that you are capable, that you are worthy, that you are destined for something great. But when you constantly speak negativity over yourself, you're starving that seed. You're making it harder for yourself to grow. It's easy to fall into the trap of negative thinking, especially when life gets tough. Maybe you've experienced setbacks, disappointments, or failures that make you question your abilities. But those moments don't define you. What defines you is what you choose to believe about yourself. And that starts with the words you speak. If you want to overcome, you have to speak as if you already have. If you want to be successful, you have to talk like someone who is destined for success. If you want to grow, you have to tell yourself every day that you are learning, evolving, and becoming better. Think about the most successful people in the world. Do you think they got where they are by constantly telling themselves they weren't good enough? Absolutely not. They spoke confidence into themselves even when they didn't feel it yet. They spoke strength into themselves even when they were facing obstacles. They spoke victory into their lives before they ever saw it happen. That's the power of words. What you repeatedly tell yourself eventually becomes your reality. Every morning, before you even start your day, speak life into yourself. Tell yourself that you are capable. Tell yourself that you are worthy of success, happiness, and love. Tell yourself that no challenge is too great for you, that no setback is permanent, that no dream is too big. When you do this consistently, you begin to believe it. And when you believe it, you start to act like it. Speaking life into yourself doesn't mean ignoring your struggles or pretending everything is perfect. It means choosing to focus on your strengths rather than your weaknesses. It means recognizing that you have the power to grow, to improve, to change. It means refusing to let fear or doubt control your narrative. The way you speak to yourself matters, so make sure your words are lifting you up, not tearing you down, because the most powerful voice in your life will always be your own. So starting today, choose your words carefully. Speak life into yourself every single day. Remind yourself that you are capable of greatness, that you are deserving of all the good things coming your way, and that you have the strength to overcome any challenge. Your words are powerful, and when you use them to empower yourself, you unlock a force within you that can move mountains. Keep speaking positivity, keep speaking strength, and keep speaking belief into your life. Because the life you want begins with the words you choose to speak. And when you speak life into yourself, you set the stage for everything else to follow.